Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. And we're going to start off with this right now. This is Raw Talk with Respect with the mainstream. So tonight, I'm going to start off this. I was going to do something really positive tonight because, usually we talk about politics, religion. Nothing's off the table, to be quite honest with you. But tonight is a little bit different. Forgive me for all this moving around, but that's okay. It's 4 o'clock in the morning, and I couldn't wait to give you a lowdown on what's really going on tonight and um, what's heavy on me tonight. And what's heavy on to me tonight is a couple things. One is that think of a friend of yours that you grew up with, or maybe not grew up with, but you just interacted with. Cool people. You know they're cool people. Never get in trouble. No issue, no whatsoever. They're the ones that always help people. And then you find out that they got killed and shot. Think about that for a moment. Somebody you know, whether it be family member, close, associate, someone you knew, you interacted with, you knew about, you saw how they interacted with people. Well, this young guy, his name is Jonathan Price. That guy. That guy right there, Jonathan Price on your Facebook, was shot and killed tonight, hours ago, for breaking up a fight where a guy was fighting with his girl. The cops shot him dead. Think about that for just a second. Young cat helping everybody in this community. Good dude. Happened to be the wrong color. And I know people will give me feedback and say, well, it doesn't matter about color, but it does, people. Because if he was not the color that he was, he would not have been shot. I firmly believe that. If he was a blonde guy, brunette guy, if he was a girl, blonde, brunette, whatever, he wouldn't have got shot. He just wouldn't have. And I really don't care if people believe that or not. It's the reality of what's going on around you, whether you want to put your head in the sand or not. That's on you. Me, I'm not. Nor will I teach my kids to do the same thing. The truth is, when we make reasons for why things that happen to us don't make sense, that's because we're living in an altered parallel universe. We're intelligent enough to see the things that happen to us while we're not intelligent enough to see the things that happen to other people around us. So I'm not going to play that game like, oh, well, what happened and what about what? There is no what about. There is no what about. I'm a professional. Why am I shooting you? Why is that my first option? Bill guy, good shape, and upon sight, probably think he's intimidating if you just looked at him. But if you spoke to him, if you interacted with him, you'd understand that he's a mild mannered young gentleman with respect for people that are around him, whether they are authority or not. And that's what really irritates me and goads me so bad right now. Is because people make a reasons or it'll be just lost in the sauce the next day and the next day. No, don't screw that. I don't want people to be lost because we don't have time to think about why in the hell did that happen. Because there's no reason for why that happened. There's no rhyme or reason. We'll think about it, and I'm sure it'll be on the news. I'm sure we'll talk about it. I'm sure there'll be a lot of people uprising because, again, this was a good dude. Really, really good dude. And it bothers me a lot. Even the feedback that you see where people don't even know. Well, whatever happened, he probably did something and he did this. You don't know shit. So shut up. Aggravates me like you wouldn't believe. Talk what you know. There's a saying you can keep your mouth shut and people will think you're a fool. And if you don't know the rest, I'll tell you. I'll tell you. When you open your mouth, you erase all doubt. And a lot of you erase all doubt. You type on your computer You write words, don't mean anything, don't even know what they mean, have no substance, no tale or story whatsoever. It's just your inner sorry ass human being self. Instead of you being pissed that this young gentleman got killed. Now, had this young gentleman killed a cop, you would be up in arms. You would be pissed, mad, angry. Look at what happens. Look what they do. This is why we do. This is why we need more police presence. I'm going to say this is a little podunk country town. It's probably been an issue in that town, and if not this one, around the world. So when society will you be pissed off enough to say enough is enough? I mean, we're in Tarrant County, Dallas County. It happens every day. We even have them posted on Facebook saying, hey, in a casket, that means don't resist. And it takes an uprising of the people in the community for you to even fire the officer instead of you doing it immediately. What is your worth? No, really, whoever you are that's listening, what do you think your worth is to people that don't know you? That is a very resounding question that you really should think about. Do not sit still, people. Do not close your mouth. Do not stand for what's not right. It does not take a scientist, a special teacher, a specialist. It doesn't take anybody. It takes a human to see that things like this that are happening on a rampant basis, if not every week, every other week, at least a couple of times a month, when is the rest of society going to say enough? Like people like you and me say enough. I have a lot of white friends, I have a lot of Hispanic friends, I have a lot of Arabian, uh, different ethnicities, um, European, French, deaf. It's obvious. And people, we're too good for this to settle for it. Because when you, me, and the masses say something about something that's so indignantly wrong, people have to be accountable for it. It's not right. And it's not right is not going to be enough just to say. Has to be action with that. Has to be accountability. You can't just roll up on someone and shoot them dead and say, I didn't know. Another person dead. No, when you have a gun and you accept the responsibility as a police officer, first responder, you accept the responsibility that you make a life or death decision. I do not know the particulars of this case because I've not looked at it and they've not released it. But I'm going to tell you this before you get it. This man did nothing. And that's without me knowing anything of what they're going to promote and give to society and what they're going to have is in writing because they're going to cover their ass. You know it like an email. But this dude did nothing. He was a good dude. You won't find shit like they will try to find on him, but they won't. And the very fact that they'll try lets you know that there's some messed up shit going on in the department. This ain't the first one. You don't just roll up and kill someone and shoot them 3 times without finding out what's going on, unless it's accepted. In little towns in Texas, in case you didn't know, it's a southern state. And a lot of people don't care what you look like if you don't look like them. And I'm referring to a lot of people that don't look like me, that don't look like Jonathan. If they look like him, they wouldn't have shot him. That's a fact. And if not, why are they getting shot at a disproportionate rate all the time? Not once a year. How about once a week, once every other week? Is that too much for you, society? Are you going to stand by and say that's okay and that's acceptable? And then Sunday, either watch church on TV or go to church and say, God, forgive me for my sins. I love everyone. I believe everyone. Everyone's a Christian. Everyone is worth. But then Monday through Saturday, you don't give a damn? Yeah, I'm talking to you, Christian. I'm talking to you that believes in a higher power. I'm talking to you that believes in common decency, regardless of what you're wearing, what color uniform you have on, but you're a human when you take it off. See, I can't take this black face off. When I step out the car, whether it be with a cop or whether it be going to a store, I can't take this off. They don't know me. I'm not always wearing a suit. So why are you so afraid? White America, why are you so afraid? All it would take for you or anybody else that look like you or me is to open your damn mouth and speak to people and have some kind of sense of decency. And you never know who might be your best friend or someone that gives a shit about you. Because if we're being 100% real, people, the people that are close to you right now don't give a shit about you. Call them and ask them and tell them you need a couple of $100 because you're late on your rent and see how many people come to it and Venmo you some money. Yeah, you know what's up. But you call them, oh, these are my family, these are my friends, they love me. Give a shit about you, man. Till something happens to you. And that's what's so messed up about the things that are happening right now in society is we make reasons why this happened to someone when their life is taken. They didn't get beat up, black eye. They got killed. What about their family, their friends, the kids, if they have them? Do they deserve that? Does your mom or your dad deserve that? Does your cousin, friend, brother, sister, uncle, aunt, do they deserve that? And you wonder why people get so irate and upset and angry because enough is enough. People, enough is enough. You know it. I know it. We all know it. But people just don't give a damn because systematically, what's going to happen? Nothing's going to happen to those officers. There'll be rioting, there'll be peaceful protests, there will be a hotbed in this county right now. But I assure you, it's happening everywhere in the world. The difference is we have a cell phone and we have internet. What happened before when we didn't have it? How many people were killed without a glimpse, without any accountability, without any uproar? Your fathers, your grandfathers, your great grandfathers, how many of this did they see that made them the way that they are? And rightfully so. You're pissed right now. How about them when no one heard their story, but people that look like them? Are we so far gone that we don't have that empathy to do that and understand somebody else's plight because we live in the same space that they do? That's on you. Me, I am empathetic and I am going to be sympathetic with the people because I know they're hurting. And although I didn't spend every day with this person, I knew this person. I traveled with this person. I worked with this person. I saw the growth of this person, and he was a good human being, even to strangers. And it's sad you take someone like this. Like Lil Wayne said, the good die young. The good die young. I guess that's why some of us are still alive because we don't give a shit. And we are bad because we don't care. I'm not going to let anyone tell me I'm not worth, take my life as something that they can just throw away and speak about it as if it's just trash you put into there in Monday or Tuesday, the trash man runs and throws you away and you're forgotten about. No. Hey, young brother, Jonathan Price, bro, I miss you. And I'm going to let you know I love you. I care about you. And your family, I'm going to reach out to them and tell them the same thing. And whatever I can do, I will do it. People like yourself and people like you around this world um, had a full life. I'm stunned. I'm stunned. I can only ask in this divisive time when people are looking for things to circumvent, push back, don't do that this time. Don't do that this time. This was a good guy. And even if you think in your mind, maybe it was, maybe it wasn't, doesn't matter. No one deserves death. And if you're telling me you can decree when there's someone that should die or not, then you're a different person than I am. Because I can't. I won't make a reason for it. I won't say because you're wearing a cop's uniform, firefighter's uniform, or any damn uniform, that you have the ability and wherewithal to say, I can take someone's life with no accountability. That's bullshit. You know it, we know it, we all know it. And you do it without any regard. You go out there, you shoot them. Oh, it was just an accident. Then you lie and you say, I feared for my life. You fear for your life when you have mace, stun gun, and a gun, and you have bulletproof vest on, and you have a club, and you usually have a partner, and you're so afraid for your life that you're bringing a gun into the situation that you take the almighty thought process to say, I'm going to take your life. You'll only do that because you know you can get away with it. If you shot someone and there was oversight that was not the department and you are accountable for your actions, you wouldn't see these shootings because they would lose their job, they would be sued, and they would be accountable for their actions. If a doctor did surgery on you and removed the wrong organ or kill you during surgery because of maybe he wasn't paying attention, maybe he cut something that wasn't supposed to be cut, would you be okay with that? If a dentist killed you because he gave you too much anesthesia, would you be okay with that? Would he still be in business? If you're a manager at your store or your job, if you work for someone, would he still have a place of business? Would he still be working? See, when you're an officer, we put this star on your face and your chest like you're invincible, that you're not human. You're infallible. You're human, but you're infallible. That makes sense. So when you kill someone, yeah, it's okay. We understand your job is very, very dangerous. Well, goddamn it, if your job is dangerous, get another job. If you can't handle your job, get another job. Everyone's not a professional athlete, or everyone would be playing basketball, football, baseball, racing cars. There's a reason they're not. There's a reason everyone's not a cop. So the ones that are, that shouldn't be, get them the hell out. Stop making excuses for them because it makes you look bad too. Good officers, and there are some good ones. There are some great ones. There's some ones put themselves on the line. There's some ones as pissed off as I am and has to deal with it even more than we do because they know behind the scenes they can't say a damn word because they'll be blackballed. That in itself, the word blackballed, is so disrespectful. The connotations that we use, that we've been taught to use, and the reason why I say them is just to wake you up. Devil's food cake, angel food cake, blackball, ear knocking, come on. Indian giving. We make all these monikers that we've been taught all our life. We've never known any different. And why is that? Because the people that teach you look like not you. Because it's not history. It's his story. And for y'all that didn't know that, it's his story. And it ain't no her. Because back then, it was no her either. Just like it was no black man. It's his story. Elementary, junior high, high school, you weren't taught about anybody else's story. Women, you weren't taught about women's story and what you did in society and what you did for this nation and how you progressed and how we progressed because of you. Same thing with black people, same thing with indigenous people, same thing with everyone that didn't look like that person that's out there killing people. Why isn't Hispanic officers killing black people every day or week? Why isn't black officers killing black people every day or every month? Why is that not? Why is it white officers killing black? Think about that. Why is it the white officers always killing the black ones? How many black officers are killing white men? How many Hispanic officers are killing white men? Think about that. How many Hispanic officers are killing Hispanic people? Or black people or white people? How many black people are killing Hispanic and white? How many black officers are doing that? Then let's go back to what I asked you initially. How many white officers are killing black men, black kids, black women? You didn't have to be a rocket scientist in school, neither do you have to be one now. What I'm saying to you resonates with you because it's real. And I know a lot of times I have a lot of friends and they say to me, man, it gets inundated. I hear it all the time. I just don't know what to do. I just want to take a break. I get it. But man, I can never take a break from being black. I can't go home and take off this uniform. It's going to stay on me. And I have to deal with it every day. And if you're my friend, if you care about me, you love me, you'll deal with it. You'll deal with it with me as well. Same way I deal with your shit, things that are going with you. Even though I don't have to go through them, I do because you're my friend and I love and care about you and I respect you because I see who you are. The uniform doesn't change that because when you take that damn thing off and before you put it on, you are the same person you were before you did it and after you do so. How many officers, when they go home and they are married, end up in divorce? Look at the statistics. How many are unhappy? And that's exacerbated when you have the stress of their everyday job. And you don't think they take that out sometimes on people that they stop? Human nature says they do. Human nature says sometimes that's the reason why that trigger finger is very, very fidgety. What will it take, folks? What will it take for everyone to say, no, we're not going to settle for that? That we're done. We're past that point. You're not going to kill people on our watch. What will it take for someone's life to mean something to you and not text or not send a message or a comment that's so disparaging because you have such shit for brains and shit for a heart and shit for a soul? I will say this though. I welcome any responses and comments in any form or fashion because just like a family member, I'm on your ass if you do. And I want to hear from you. But the other ones that have some sense of respect and semblance of love and Christianity, we'll see what you're talking about. We'll see if there's crickets or we'll see that, hey, this is denounced, it's wrong. We're not going to do it. We'll see if it's just like Trump. Do you decry or denounce white supremacy? Well, I've done it before. I've said this. No, do you denounce this? Are you uproar and upset and angry and pissed that this happened? You should be. If you're human, you should be. And most of you are unimaginable. So when you go home tonight, or rather when you wake up in the morning, because it's around 4 a.m. in the morning right now, when you wake up in the morning or you listen to this, you go hug your damn family. You go hug your damn friends and you tell them you love them. You don't wait till they die to tell them that. You don't wait till they die to say, man, hey, my girl, hey, my friend, you know, that time I messed up, but I appreciate who you are and I love and care about you. And I don't want to lose what we have. I fucked up. It's what it is. But I respect you and I appreciate you and I want you in my life. Don't wait. You do not know if you're going to make it to the next day. You are not promised shit. We take this shit for granted, people. We do. We take the comments and talking to people and what are you doing on Facebook for granted. Then we are sad when we see someone lose their life because we never imagined that they would. What are we doing, people? Are we so disconnected with life that we don't give a shit about people and how they feel? It's not okay. I will come with something positive in the next few podcasts, I assure you. But tonight I have to say something about this. Couldn't sleep. Probably think about it the next couple of days and get some more feedback on it. But just want to give you a little nugget tonight to say to you, it's not too late to love people and care about them and tell them that you do. It's just never too late to do so. Don't waste any more time. You act like you got as much as you can, but you don't. Make people feel amazing. Make them know that they're worth. Don't beat them down. Don't knock them down. Don't say shady shit. Be better. Be better every day. Be better to the people that are around you and the people that would never expect you to be. But you be better. They don't control you. You control yourself. So no one made you say or do anything. Be better. We are better than this shit. And if you're not, I'm not talking to you. Move around. But those that are, which are the majority, you're better than this. Stop letting the noise tell you this happened, that happened. Stop letting CNN, Fox, whatever you listen to tell you whatever. Stop letting them tell you anything. Get off your ass and do your due diligence and look and research yourself. Just like you used to do with encyclopedias back in the day. Yes, youngsters, we used to have to use encyclopedias because there was no internet. So we actually have to go look shit up. There was no Google. You have it. Utilize it in different ways. Don't stop at one source, several sources. Just like you don't ask one person insight as to things that you do or don't want to do, whether it be relationships or professional. You ask several. One person can't give you a know all, but you get a different perspective from a lot of people that you truly care and that care about you. You get a great understanding of a good decision will be good. What a good decision would be good for you because they're not going to tell you an untruth. So I'm telling you a truth now, as my friends. This man was killed. He was a good man. They shot him and they are circling the wagons right now. I assure you, mark my words, but they messed up. They really messed up. And you'll hear about it. Rest in peace, Jay Price, my man. You know, it's crazy when you think about it, man. It's crazy when you think about it. I'm going to live as long as I possibly can, God willing. But I love you all my friends, all my family, all my soon to be friends. Life is too short to be any other way. I will not think any other way, and I will not let any other person impede my mind frame from being that way. Won't do it. I'm too strong for that. And I can only hope I give the same back out to people and they feel the same way. And I believe they do. So, fam, um, I'm gonna let you go tonight or this morning rather at 4:16, keeping the time right, keeping the time right. And I want you to understand one thing. Um, always remember this, family. Get this right real quick. I'll leave you with this, fam, and I'll look directly at you and tell you this. Women and men, it doesn't matter if you with your partner or your friend or associate. Do not let any person in this world tell you you're not worth. Do not let them even insinuate that you're not worth. And if they do, move around because then it becomes your problem, your fault. You don't have to ask them 2 or 3 times. They show you first time, they're bad. Show you again, second time, that's your bad. And if you give them a third time, they just got lucky because you really saw something within them that they probably didn't realize yet. That's cool too. But let no one drag you down, tell you you're not worth, tell you you can't do anything. That's because they can't. Don't tell you that that's okay. Someone got killed. It doesn't matter. He was doing this. No, don't get desensitized. It's not okay. You're not God at all. You can't make that decision. I don't care who tells you you can't. People wake up. People listen. Not listen to respond. Listen. Listen to the noise that's going on around you, to the people that don't look like you. They're screaming and saying to you, listen. And I'll leave you with that. This is D Mainstream. I appreciate you, folks. Please like and subscribe. We will have some lighter topics, I promise you. But I had to get a tribute to my boy, Jonathan Price, and so young, 30s. Jesus, 30s, 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 full of life. Tell someone you love them today. Tell them you care. Look them in their eye and let them know that you mean it. And when you mean it, you look at them in the eye and they'll know you mean it. And it'll make their life, it'll make their world, it'll make their day. And the more consistently you tell them that, the more easily they'll believe, even if they don't believe it themselves. I appreciate you all. You keep me thinking. I welcome your comments. I welcome good and bad. This is not a one-way street. I have a lot to work on myself, but I care about people and I hope you do too. You have a great day today, which is Sunday. Go Cowboys. Let's go make something happen, something good in the light of something that was so tragic. Rest in peace, my friend. Much love to you, Jay Price. Till I see you on the other side, bro.